You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 16th of April. India to pursue trade liberalization with US, says official. Maldives bars Israeli passport holders over Gaza war. And Nepali town painted red as people mark traditional New Year. And now for all the details. Amid the tariff war between the US and China, New Delhi has said it will pursue a path of trade liberalization with the United States, with the two countries signing the terms of reference for the first part of a bilateral trade deal. Talking to reporters, India's Commerce Secretary Sunil Barthwal confirmed India is working on trade liberalization with Washington. The two countries will start virtual discussions on the deal this month, with next round of in-person talks scheduled for mid-May, added Rajesh Agarwal, an additional secretary in the Trade Ministry. According to a Reuters report, India is open to cutting tariffs on more than half of US imports worth $23 billion in the first phase of a trade deal the two nations are negotiating, the biggest cut in years. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was among the first leaders to visit Washington and hold talks with President Donald Trump after he returned to the White House. The US President has continued to call India a tariff king. During PM Modi's US visit in February, the two countries agreed to start talks towards clinching an early trade deal and resolving their standoff on tariffs. Trump last week announced a 90-day pause on most tariff hikes for major trading partners, including India, while raising levies on China, providing temporary relief for Indian exporters. And India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar on Tuesday termed talking about Pakistan as waste of precious time as he answered a question about bilateral relations. Responding to a query on Pakistan during an event, Jaishankar said 26/11 Mumbai terror attack was the turning point between India and Pakistan, and he added, post the incident, the Indian public across political parties said this is too much. He further said, once the government was changed in 2014, Pakistan got a firm message that peddling terrorism would have consequences. Slamming the Western neighbor, Jaishankar said Pakistan was playing a double game in Afghanistan, being with both NATO and the Taliban, but the game did not sustain after the US left and the very terrorism industry they had promoted came back to bite them. Taking a jibe at Islamabad, he added, while New Delhi's brand is technology, Pakistan is associated with terrorism.
India has changed. I wish I could say Pakistan has changed. They unfortunately are in many ways continuing the bad habits. They are continuing a very negative way of approaching India. And what has happened is today, I think, when I look back, I would say the 26/11 Mumbai terrorist attack, I would regard it in many ways as the turning point. I think that was when Indian public opinion across political parties, average Indians said, this is now too much.
Meanwhile, India on Tuesday slammed Pakistan after Islamabad made references to India's Waqf Amendment Act passed by the parliament. Shredding Pakistan for its comments, India's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Randir Jaiswal said New Delhi strongly rejects the motivated and baseless comments by Pakistan and added it has no locus standi to a comment on a matter that is internal to India. Pakistan would do better to look at its own abysmal record when it comes to protecting the rights of minorities instead of preaching to others, the statement added. And a remote control bomb attack targeting a police truck in Pakistan's restive Balochistan province killed 3 police personnel and injured 18 others on Tuesday. The blast occurred in Dasht area in Mastung district as the truck carrying personnel of the Balochistan Constabulary was travelling from Kalath to Quetta, a senior police official said. The injured were taken to Bolan Medical College Hospital. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in a statement vowed to continue the fight against terrorism. Balochistan remains an epicenter of violence, with several such attacks this year, including the unprecedented hijacking of the Jafar Express.
18 जख्मी हैं और 3 शहीद हुए। ये हमारा कलास से नफरी आई हुई थी धरना ड्यूटी के लिए, जिसको हम डेली भेजते थे। खंड मसूरी लेवीज का एरिया है, वहाँ सुबह को 30 बंदे जाते थे बस सरकारी में, शाम को 5 बजे वापस आते 6 बजे। आज भी उस मामूल के मुताबिक ड्यूटी पे रवाना हुए। रास्ते में एक मोटरसाइकिल था, उसमें बम निकला, रिमोट कंट्रोल हमला हुआ।
Moving on, Bangladesh wants close relations with all South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation member states, including India and Pakistan, as part of its vision to strengthen regional ties, Shafiqul Alam, press secretary and a close aide of Chief Advisor Muhammed Yunus, said on Tuesday. Addressing a media briefing, Alam said the interim government is pro-Bangladesh, with every diplomatic effort guided by the goal of safeguarding and promoting the country's priorities. He added the country wants better relations with the South Asian neighbors, including India, Nepal, Bhutan, along with Pakistan. The remarks by Alam came in response to a query regarding the upcoming visit of Pakistan's Deputy PM and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar to Bangladesh. It will be the first visit by any Pakistani foreign minister in over a decade. Ahead of the visit, Pakistan's Foreign Secretary Amna Baloch had arrived in Dhaka to hold Foreign Office consultations, the first in 15 years. Bangladesh, which was once East Pakistan, had a lukewarm relation with Islamabad, with hardly any high-level exchanges between the two countries. However, following Sheikh Hasina's ouster, who was considered close to New Delhi, the interim government chief Yunus has been warming up ties with Pakistan, holding bilateral meetings with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. He also urged the revival of SAARC, which has been in limbo since 2016, but has got cold response from India, a strong member state of the grouping.
Foreign policy, এই foreign policy একটা অন্যতম দিক হচ্ছে যে সার্কের রিভাইভাল এবং সার্ক মুক্ত যতগুলো দেশ আছে তাদের সাথে সম্পর্ক উন্নয়ন। পাকিস্তানের যে আসছেন উনি আপনি প্রফেসর কিন্তু সার্কের রিভাইভালের জন্য বারবার বলেছেন। আপনি ইউএনজিএ তে ইউনাইটেড নেশন জেনারেল অ্যাসেম্বলিতে সার্কের কয়েকজন লিডারের সাথে কথা বলেছেন, তারপরে ডি8 এ কথা বলেছেন, ডেভোসে কথা বলেছেন, বাকুতেও কথা হয়েছে। তো উনি চাচ্ছেন যে সার্কের যতগুলো দেশ আছে, আমরা তো সাউথ এশিয়ার পরিবারভুক্ত, এই প্রত্যেকটা দেশের সাথে যাতে আমাদের সম্পর্ক উন্নয়ন হয়। তো সেই আলোকেই পাকিস্তানও আমাদের সাউথ এশিয়ান পরিবারভুক্ত, সার্কের ভুক্ত।
And Maldives has officially banned all Israeli passport holders from entry into the country following the ratification of a law, according to a statement from the President's office on Tuesday. The ban is expected to be effective immediately, according to media reports, and the Maldivian government said it reflects their firm stance in response to the continuing atrocities and ongoing acts of genocide committed by Israel against the Palestinian people. The administration of Maldivian President Mohamed Yunus also shared a statement stating his support for the establishment of an independent and sovereign state of Palestine. The Islamic nation had initially wanted to ban all Israeli passport holders in June 2024, but the bill was stalled until it was passed by the parliament this week. Israel and Hamas are now in their 18th month of war, following the 2023 Hamas-led attack inside Israel and the subsequent Israeli attacks on Gaza. And the Newar community in Nepal smeared vermillion on each other as people came together to welcome the Lunar New Year on Tuesday. Take a look.
The Newar community in Nepal painted the Thimi town in red and orange colors as people came together at the Balkumari temple's front yard to welcome the Nepali New Year 2082 during the annual Sindoor Jatra, celebrated on the second day of the traditional Lunar New Year. Devotees carried idols of different deities in a total of 32 palanquins, singing and dancing to beats of drums. The dawn of the Sindoor or vermillion starts with the touring of the palanquins by devotees who take 3 rounds of the Balkumari temple.
तर हामीले चाहिँ जहिले पनि एज अ न्यू इयर छ नि रमाइलो अनि हाम्रो अब देवताहरू मान्ने पूजाहरू गर्ने भोज खाने त्यही भनेर बुझेको छु मैले चाहिँ आजको दिन चाहिँ खासमा नख हुन्छ हाम्रो अनि हामीले चाहिँ के भन्छ यता चाहिँ बलि चढाएर शनि कुखुराहरू अनि भोज खान्छौँ हामीले चाहिँ अनि अरू चाहिँ यही हो रमाइलो सिन्दुरहरू लगाएर अनि रमाइलो गर्ने त्यही हो आज चाहिँ
Participants from all age groups were seen smearing the vermilion on each other's faces as well as throw it in the air in good jest. The vermilion powder is considered sacred and as a symbol of prosperity. The festival also marks the advent of the spring season.
एकदम रमाइलो लाग्यो यस्तो त्यो भिडमा पनि यति धेरै इन्जोय हैन अनि यो कलर यो जुन सिन्दूर रङ छ यसले झनै बबाल मजा आउने सबैभन्दा रमाइलो चाहिँ रथ जुन छ नि त्यसलाई नजिकबाट एक्सपीरियन्स गर्न पाइयो अनि त्यो जुन हुलमुल एकदम त्यो भिडभाड जुन छ नि त्यो बडो मजा आयो अनि त्यसपछि यहाँ चाहिँ रथ अनुसार बाजाहरू पनि एकदम भेराइटीको हुँदो रहेछ त्यसको एक्सपीरियन्स गर्न पाइयो बडो मजा आयो
Well, that's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.